What's up, metahumans? It's the Web3 attorneys again. I'm lawyer Wynton. That's Peter Speroni. We're going to do another episode of TikTok Reacts with Peter, where I spend all my day on TikTok, and I'm just going to throw a bunch of NFT, Metaverse-related TikToks at Peter, and he's going to blind react to them with his wisdom, our wisdom, the Web3 attorney's wisdom. So let's get into the first one.
This luxury car brand just got into the NFT space. Royce, one of the most popular car brands in the world, is launching an NFT to go with their new vehicle. They created an NFT animation to go with their next Black Badge variant on October 28th. Royce is just another brand in the line of big brands who are getting into the NFT space for its community, opportunities, and technology. Now we're gonna see two types of people in this whole metaverse boom. The first type of people is the early adopters who were intrigued by it, who started reaping benefits from it. And the second group is just gonna be wishing that they got involved, y'all. So if you wanna get involved with NFTs, if you wanna learn more, I got a Discord called NFT. I'm also dropping a metaverse school, so hit the Discord.
Everybody's got a Discord now. Everybody's
got a Discord.
Everybody's got a Discord. But I think a lot of big brands are starting to get on board and figure out like how this is going to work within the different industries.
Yeah, totally. And luxury brands is going to be huge here. He was saying a little bit about some sort of display or something, but I mean, I think the NFT project is possibly to build the NFT Rolls-Royce cars and use them in the metaverse. And I often get this sort of question like, well, mostly from family members. Well, who would want that? Well, it's the same concept is wanting a pair of Air Jordans in the real world because you can, and because it's status. So Rolls-Royce luxury brands getting into the metaverse, they're just providing a service that's only available to those who will pay the big bucks for it. And there will be people that will pay the big bucks for it, just like in the real world. So we're going to see this much more. We're seeing this all over the place. I mean, the luxury brands are jumping into the space real quick. And I'd sit in a Rolls-Royce NFT car in the metaverse. Yeah,
definitely.
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
What's going on? Let me fully explain this to you. I told y'all, $1 for the NFTs, right?
So
I sold these shits to my fans for $1.
The music.
People came, some people bought 20, some people bought 5, some people bought 60. It doesn't matter how much you bought. It was only $1. You spent 60 bucks, you bought 60. I need y'all to understand, one of those copies right now is going for 50,000, 60,000, 60,000. Yo, my nigga, and these are sold. They're sold. Go look at the list right now and see how small the sellers list is getting. Y'all don't understand what the f is going on? Y'all don't understand I just cracked the industry? Y'all don't understand I just cracked it? Y'all not understanding what's going on?
Wait, the music under it is what gets me. It's so inspirational.
So inspirational. Yeah, he got in early. I mean, he got in early into this craze because you're selling something for $1, they're worth $50,000, you know, shortly after or whatever. I mean, that's the bubble bursting. It's an open question of what if they'll be worth that, or if the people who currently own them at 50,000 can sell them for more. That's going to be the big question,
right? Or
are they going to be left holding the bag of a worthless NFT? And the answer to that is up to him. It really is up to him and his team on what revenue and what awareness they can create around this music project to make people, as Gary Vee says, give a shit about the music. And without that support system in place, which often is a record label, then those NFTs are just going to be in a sea of NFTs like everybody else's NFTs, and they're going to decrease in value. So it's the teams around the NFTs that are going to give it life in the future, beyond the bubble that we all know is bursting.
I also think there's another aspect to this that not a lot of people are thinking about, but when you're buying, at least for me, I recently thought about it, when you're buying a celebrity's NFT, looking at that celebrity and their like history and have they been canceled before, and like, do they get in trouble? Like, and is that going to have an effect on the value of that NFT? Because like, if a celebrity goes out, they do something, they get canceled, and then like society shuns them, is that NFT now worthless because they said something or did something that got them canceled?
Well, with music, the biggest way to increase value on something is the artist dies. That always skyrockets the value of their music catalog. So there's always that. I'm not obviously suggesting that here. I'm just saying in general, yeah, like real life events, the death of the artist increases the value of the catalog because they're not going to be making any more music. So that's going to be more valuable. Their public persona, if you're right, if they're getting canceled, if they're controversial, usually, well, back in the old days, you wanted the controversy that sold more records. Yeah. Nowadays, if you say the wrong thing, you might just lose your record deal altogether, which I just disagree with. But you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Reportage Photographers is finally coming to the crypto world. With big name clients like Elton John, he's teaming up with the owner of Art Below to bring you Art Wars. Art Wars has been traveling across the globe since 2012 and is finally coming to the NFT world. With only 1,100 total items featuring art from the biggest names like Damien Hirst. With all the global interest around this project, I can't wait to get my hands on one. All the info is on my page.
So the thing about these posts that get me is it's just so much hype. It's so much hype.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like all hype.
It feels like all hype. I mean, with all was that the Mandalorian helmets there? Is that what caught your eye?
Oh, the Stormtrooper helmets?
Yeah, see, it's not, I don't do it. I don't know anything about that. That's your world. I was going to say that's why you clicked on that one.
it caught my eye, but at the same time, like,
you know,
what's special about it?
That's the thing. That's my thing. The early adopters, the early craze for NFTs, a lot of it isn't great art. It's just art and first in the door art. And there's that historical value that's attached to it being first in the game, you know, of a certain collection, but that's already gone. You can't now releasing a NFT collection and having it blow up is just incredibly difficult to do. There's not a whole lot that are dominating the charts, as they say. So yeah, I mean, this stuff's good, but
meh.
People are evading taxes with NFTs in less than 1 minute. A lot of you are asking for this and there's a lot of misconceptions going around, so here's how they do it. So let's say Logan Paul was an early adopter of Ethereum. He bought in when it was low and he sold when it was high and he made a ton of money. If that money is in his Coinbase wallet, which if you don't know, Coinbase uses KYC, know your customer. So they know all your tax information, your bank information. That's how you got the money in there in the first place. Coinbase knows Logan made all this money and Coinbase is legally required to report to the IRS on how much people are making so that way they can tax them. Here's where you have to bear with me. Logan Paul would take that Coinbase wallet that he's made all these profits with and he would go and buy a bunch of NFTs. He would make a decentralized address with a small amount of money in it and he would make offers to those NFTs that he purchased, but those offers would be for lower than Logan Paul actually bought them for. If Logan accepted all of those low offers, that's taking a loss on his NFT. So if you take losses, those offset your profits. So the more losses that you take, it offsets your profit. But in reality, all those NFTs are still his, they're just in a different wallet. How people...
I think he's getting it. I think Logan Paul. How old is that video?
This is 2021.
Isn't he under heat right now for selling a bunch of? I don't want to say the wrong thing here.
Let's just say he's got a little heat on him right now.
There's some heat about what's he doing. Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing too. Like. We're looking at an unregulated area. We know the SEC is looking into NFTs. We know that Biden's executive order has come down generally about how they're going to look at the administrative bodies to regulate NFTs, cryptos, blockchain in general. We don't have a whole lot of answers. But yeah, I mean, if your wallet is required to send transactional data to the IRS, you're gonna get caught eventually, right? I mean, you catch an audit, they're going to find that. It's pretty clear if you dump it in your wallet, anyways. I mean, I don't know.
People are always going to try to find ways to do illegal things, but you're gonna get caught. All right, one more.
Forget these words. With great power comes great responsibility.
All right, this caught my eye. You know why?
I do.
Because we just did a project involving
We
Fashion Week in the Metaverse.
We did Decentraland's Fashion Week Metaverse for an amazing dress that came with the intellectual property and rights to actually make the dress in the real world and create revenue streams from it in the real world. And that's what this is symbolizing too, which gives us some insight into all the ways that we can use this new technology that we never thought of before. I always think about it as like, in music, you've got the sound record, you have the master, and then you have the other copyright, the underlying lyrics, melody, and composition. So there's sort of two things happening. And I think with NFTs, we're sort of seeing the similar thing too. You've got this whole what happens in the metaverse, but then that same NFT can be actually attached, that unique number can be also attached to represent a physical replication of that IP in the physical world. So you see a bifurcation like you do in music in a way.
Yeah.
And we're seeing this develop. I always hated the bifurcation in music, always. I thought once the internet went boom, it didn't make sense anymore. So it'd be interesting to see if this continues, where you're going to have a separation, or if they're going to figure out some sort of ancillary tech to sort of account for blending the two more seamlessly.
Yeah.
But yes, fashion and NFTs, in the metaverse is going to be huge.
Yeah, we're going to give you, as soon as some things line up, we're going to give you guys more information about the project that we were involved in with Decentraland and Fashion Week. And well, I think we're talking about having the actual designer come on and talk about that project.
We are. It's a really cool, amazingly talented designer and such a great mission and cause. So we'll be setting that up shortly.
Super cool. Okay, we're gonna keep doing these TikTok reacts videos every week because they are funny, they are fun, they're interesting. And if you see any NFT TikToks that you want us to react to, just send them to us. Follow us on TikTok and send them to us, and we'll react to them. Until then, we'll see you guys next time.